The wind knows me.
Don't blink!
Into the wind.
Incoming! Hey! Decided by destiny!
As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Speed of light! Ah!
One with nature.
Don't blink! Hey!
Into the wind.
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryo Commission needed help! Come on, travelers, you can take them!
One with nature. Take this!
Cut to the chase!
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun?
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryo Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
I'm making early preparations for what is to... Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the... Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking,
Makes sense.
Might I remind you that I am... Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into... If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura...
A disaster?
Yes. Everything was... The monsters... Their duty was to tear open... That's an episode, but an excess of...
Guess you can't argue with this.
Since we are both here, from the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kinda makes you feel... Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should... This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. I'll take care of it. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Follow the wind.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro commit...
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come... Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts. What?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened?
Who are you? Run quick! What? We will defend Inazuma. You beasts.
But look!
Not right now. The almighty Shogun. I don't know how long.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you...
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft... There are no monsters. Nor is there any...
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yeah, thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about.
If I am not mistaken, the sacred sakura, an entity for purified filth, quickly dissipates and will be absorbed.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. Yes, the disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, I could tell that, although...
So...
Indeed. I never had the chance, but even then...
Hey?
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of all my martial might was in vain. Though... But... when I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a moving forward inevitably invites further loss. But also, just think of that soldier. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on.
I'll protect us. As expected, there are a load of rift hounds here too.
Leave them to me. Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go! No?
You are unduly concerned. Although I have I must be prepared.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned show. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely... Hey! The same light is leaking out again!
Furuyama? Is that...
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a
Fighting a battle?
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master, and though blind.
Your Excellency, it sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought... I'm afraid after all...
What should we do? Oh, yeah.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to... And now the Almighty... Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to... People flee out of a desire to live on. But me, I have... The Almighty Shogun... Just listening to her stories... I've been blind for many... One thing she always says... So you see, as...
Perhaps...
It won't be long now, but I suppose it doesn't matter. Once this catastrophe is over... Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart. The Almighty Shogun... One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't smash it to...
Can't see it.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness, I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going to...
This place is... complicated. Leave it to us.
But... I can't decide.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much, and it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his...
It's the Traveler. And the Almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, Almighty Shogun. Oh,
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler.
no. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the Almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often...
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The Almighty Shogun...
I seldom had the time to drink tea, so in the he may well have had the philosophy of life that...
You and Muck...
Indeed we did. In her eyes, the most precious things, they are similar, but not When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something. Makoto was...
That's...
To put it simply, I didn't understand it. I suppose what it comes down to... Yes, it does. But in the last...
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But now, I no longer cling to what was lost.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for Your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind. A humble sir...
It's all good, sir.
Let us return.
looking for a tea set himself, would he? So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have...
The information held in the ley lines is... Well, this chance won't come. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many... The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. I've been reminded of many people, too. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend...
She died in that disaster, too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist at this time. Yes. She had already left. It was there. Why did she go to Conria first? It was there, and then...
That's...
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. No one questioned it. In the end, with the help of the sacred...
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. I once told myself, but even the tea that is most bitter, and it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced...
Sister? You mean to say that she...
Based on what we've learned so far?
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. And also... my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma, so... I'm a...
Oh, boy. Both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for...
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
The wind knows me.
Once again.
Hey! Are you sure you're all right? You're scaring us!
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best. Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Shine down! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's get...
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means if the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all...
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Into the wind.
Incoming! Let the show begin. Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me. Here!
Let's dance.
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best, but the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to... No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty...
Oh, thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a... I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this...
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, you could take the view that whatever, but even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're...
Thank you for your comforting words. I used to think just like that but what Inazuma needs, even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, yes, as the Raiden...
Well said.
Change will, no matter how long... Now that we've dealt, I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up! What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it. It looks like the situation... No need. She is calling me. Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground.
Let the show begin.
We're finally here. The entrance should...
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
It's getting worse again. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. It looks like she will no longer allow me to...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Where are we Paimon's dizzy. Whoa. This place... Look, it's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that... the pup?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct. But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So every action undertaken is for the sake of determination. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to... You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. There is no escape! Weak! Ha! Be gone! Inferior. The eye sweeps the lands. Illusion shattered. There is no escape! Lightning falls on the land of eternity. Illusion shattered! Shine down! Pathetic. Strike dead! The eye sweeps the lands! Illusion shattered! Shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! The Kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Insolent! This world, a fleeting shadow. Lightning does not bend to the will of mortals. Remove all obstacles. Illusions are but distractions. Shine down! Torn to oblivion! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Illusion shattered! Pathetic. Shine down! The eye sweeps the land! Inazuma shines eternal! Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, she was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including...
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight. 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices. It is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. During my absence, I place
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't fail Paimon now. Okay, maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard. Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really
No, let me try again.
Let's dance.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's A. She...
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of... All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plain...
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there. Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance. Now then, I always have my ways. It's just to the outsider. The realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm,
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but...
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant... This is precisely why when entering the plane of Euthymia, it's much safer if you place your conscious...
What? Alright, well, Paimon's staying here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
You... Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Fine! Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. By the way, Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Nico, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And this is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to... Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? Huh. So you're Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush streams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Illusion shattered! Witness the final calamity! Shine down! Perish! Illusion shattered! Inferior! Eternity is in my hands! Shine down! Perish! Inferior! Illusion shattered! Inferior! There is no escape! This is the... I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded. You need not worry about the future. And I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength, yet my reason, and whenever I think of this, I feel the blade that I noticed it also. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that it was at once a familiar feeling. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, You truly have changed. I suppose I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like...
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all— Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it. I left a faint fragment of my... a convoluted way to reach you. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to but... You never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you. Did you know what was— I had some sense of it. That place was not in my present form. But I know— Don't look down on me. See? You admit it was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma. Here, take it. Before my love, but it is you who must take them.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took, no matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is... Eternity is a concept in...
A place where time is meaningless, and perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precise. And yet, that sense of disorderly...
I don't fully understand yet.
Well, I'm not...
I know what you mean. Without the sacred sakura...
I know you've always you've tried in the past.
No.
The sacred sakura is...
Now?
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the love... And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the traveler, if I'm guessing correctly. You were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time with, suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search, simply establishing... Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all,
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, I have to say. This has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She even factored my immaturity into... It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a...
Makoto said...
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much... The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, after that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking for...